On the 12th of August 2025, Ruth Otabor, a student at Auchi Polytechnic, was run over by a truck owned by the Dangote Group outside Auchi Polytechnic in Edo State. She received life-changing injuries and very sadly died a few days later in hospital on the 31st of August 2025. The Dangote Group has a reputation of very bad truck drivers. This is confirmed by the Nigeria Federal Road Safety Corps. In their data for the first 3 months of 2024, they reported that of recorded accidents with injuries involving fleet vehicles, commercial trucks and vans, 65 vehicles, over 13% of them were owned by the Dangote Group. This was the largest ownership proportion. But rather than talking about the shockingly bad safety record of the Dangote delivery fleet, which many news outlets and Nigerian activists are already covering thoroughly, I'd like to talk about something else. How Ms. Otabor's sister and other Nigerians reacted to her injury and to her unfortunate passing. In the days after Ruth's accident, her sister, Ijeoma Otabor, the Nigerian reality TV star, Phyna, winner of Big Brother Nigeria Season 7, was getting more and more frantic about the lack of support for her sister, particularly as Ruth's injuries were very, very bad. She reached out through her social media channels and, with the support of Nigerian activist Martins Vincent Ote, popularly known as Very Dark Man, she publicly demanded that the Dangote Group pay for her sister's medical expenses. She demanded that her sister get equivalent treatment to what Aliko Dangote would give to his own daughters. Send Ruth abroad for treatment to get world-class medical care instead of what Nigeria could provide. And many Nigerians supported her. They said the Dangote Group should pay her bills, should compensate her, and should send her abroad for treatment. After the social media storm that Phyna started, and Very Dark Man amplified by organizing a traffic blocking protest outside Auchi Polytechnic, the Dangote Group acted. They airlifted Ms. Otabor from Irua Specialist Teaching Hospital to an intensive care facility at Lagoon Hospital in Ikoyi, Lagos. They committed to paying all her medical bills and to compensating her once she recovered. Sadly, Ms. Otabor died a couple of weeks later. And according to a press release by the Dangote Group, there had been a plan in place to fly her to India for further treatment once her daughters considered her well enough to travel. I am not saying that there are no hospitals outside Nigeria that are better than those within our borders. There are. But why, when it came to an emergency, did Phyna immediately insist that her sister must be cared for outside Nigeria? We have competent medical staff. We have suitable facilities. Yet in her panic, Phyna assumed that nowhere in our nation was good enough. Ms. Otabor was moved to a hospital that has the ability to conduct full diagnostic scans. It has an intensive care unit. Nigeria has the capability. She did not die because of a lack of facilities. She died because her injuries were terrible. And yet, all the people supporting her in her fight for her life were loudly declaring the assumption that she needed foreign treatment, that Nigeria was incapable. Where there are genuine gaps, such as availability of intensive care units, this assumption holds us back. It prevents Nigerian professionals from building capability. Why bother investing if foreign is always assumed to be better? And foreigners know that we think like this. They never disagree when we declare how much better foreign things are. They remain silent. Because when we assume our inadequacy, they can overcharge us for their goods, for their services, for their medical bills. But we Nigerians, we assume that it is normal to consider foreign better than Nigerian. This supposedly normal assumption gives foreigners a position of power over us, a position that they do not deserve. In her panic and fear for her sister's life, Phyna gave a seat to foreigners, a seat of advantage and respect above us. And too many Nigerians blindly followed her, padding that seat and giving it cushions. Look out for a full video on this topic, coming soon, on how we give a seat to foreigners, a seat they do not deserve.